Good morning, everyone. It's morning here. I'm in Chicago, so it might be afternoon by you. We're going to get started here in just a minute. My name is Michelle Ingraffia, and I'm Regional Director of Clinical Partnerships for Selah House and Odyssey's Eating Disorder Programs. We want to welcome you and thanks so much for being here today to our virtual tour and meet and greet. Thank you for spending your time with us, for getting to know our work better, and for meeting our incredible team today. In the event that it's helpful, I wanted to point out that those of us with this virtual background are Selah House staff. We're here today to say hello. So we're excited to give you a virtual tour of Selah House and the homes in which our residents reside, followed by live introductions and a meet and greet with a wide variety of Selah House staff. And later in our time together, we will conclude with questions and answers from the group. But I wanted to start by providing some initial information on our program. So Selah House is a clinically excellent, Christ-centered eating disorder program located in Anderson, Indiana, about 50 minutes outside of Indianapolis. Treatment here is conducted in an actual home, specifically designed to provide a safe, authentic, and caring environment. Selah House offers inpatient, residential, and PHP levels of care to girls and women ages 12 and up. Our program is situated on 78 acres of tranquil countryside, complete with an on-site equine-assisted psychotherapy program. And we pride ourselves on individualized care that involves an assortment of evidence-based treatment interventions. Each and every one of our clients has provided a comprehensive treatment team that includes an individual therapist, a family therapist, a registered dietitian, chaplain, physician, and nursing staff for 24/7 on-site medical care. We're so happy to have you present today to hear directly from our clinicians and staff who serve our clients every day, carrying out our mission to assist women to lifelong recovery from eating disorders. Additionally, we are blessed to be able to expand our services and will begin offering new Selah outpatient programming in Cincinnati, Ohio this May, Nashville, Tennessee this June, and Louisville this September, which we're really excited about. Before we start the virtual tour, I wanted to kindly ask that our attendees stay muted for our tour and speakers, but please feel free, as Ashley said, to use the chat feature to send in any questions or to share your name and contact information. We'd love to know who you are and where you're from. And we have designated staff who will be managing those questions, and near the end of the hour together, we'll have time to unmute. So with that, we'll begin our tour.
Selah House offers Christ-centered, clinically excellent programming for women and adolescent girls ages 12 and older who suffer from eating disorders and other co-occurring disorders. Located in central Indiana, Selah House offers comprehensive inpatient, residential, and partial hospitalization day treatment to address the needs of clients. The term Selah is derived from the book of Psalm, meaning to rest or to take a pause. From the moment our clients and families arrive on our doorstep, we provide a space of unconditional love, not just with our own love, but with the love of God. In this space of unconditional love, a seed of trust is planted. Time and time again, it has been our honor to see these seeds take root and grow, transforming our clients who were once filled with sorrow, despair, shame, and self-hate into strong, confident, and joyful beings who believe they are enough exactly as they are. At Selah House, we regard each person as a spiritual being on a human journey and hold each individual in high regard, knowing they are made in the image of God. Regardless of faith, we meet each person where they are in their journey with openness and acceptance. Our full-time chaplain meets with our clients for individual, group, and family sessions to help clients identify how spirituality relates to their journey of recovery. Our focus at Selah House is to address the underlying issues and support long-term recovery so that our clients are able to walk into freedom from eating disorders. We value the importance of offering a safe and comfortable space to empower overall healing and transformation. Our path together begins with one phone call to our dedicated admission team. Our team of experts make clear recommendations for the level of care and length of treatment that are based upon the individual. Our programs offer flexibility, and our treatment plans are designed to understand individual need. We believe the combination of a unique step-down approach and multidisciplinary therapies in a home-like setting are the best path for sustainable recovery. Under the leadership of our Director of Therapeutic Services, Jessica Ward, certified eating disorder registered dietitian, our team walks alongside our clients to teach them the foundations of intuitive eating and assist them in the rediscovery of normal eating patterns through comprehensive nutrition groups and individual nutrition counseling sessions. Our approach to nutrition is based on the premise that all foods can fit into a nutritionally sound meal plan, including balance, variety, and moderation. Clients learn to feel comfortable identifying and responding to feelings of hunger and fullness while learning normalized meal portioning. Our meals are prepared on site in our kitchen, and we invite clients to participate in meal preparation with our registered dietitians as part of our weekly cooking group. Depending upon the season, we also have a garden where clients can harvest fresh herbs and vegetables for their meals. Our licensed master's and PhD level clinicians utilize a comprehensive evidence-based approach to contribute to overall healing and transformation. Specialized therapies such as dialectical behavioral therapy, cognitive behavioral therapy, acceptance and commitment therapy, and experiential therapies provide the necessary techniques to empower sustainable freedom. Selah House is accredited at the highest level through CARF International, an independent accreditor of health and human services. CARF accreditation ensures that we are providing the highest quality, demonstrating value, and meeting internationally recognized organizational and program standards. Our highly skilled, board-certified medical leadership is led by our medical director, Dr. Joe Fraze, a board-certified infectious disease physician with over a decade of experience in the field of eating disorders. He continues to serve as a rudder as we navigate and adjust our environment, successfully keeping our treatment environment, clients, and employees safe. We are also fortunate to have the advanced training and experience of Dr. Tom Scales, triple board certified in internal medicine, psychiatry, neurology, and addiction medicine, serving as an attending psychiatrist. Brooke Colley, Group Nursing Director, has over 15 years of experience in the eating disorder field and oversees the nursing needs of our clients and helps support our nursing staff. At Selah House, we understand that life does not stop while in treatment, which is why we are committed to helping our teen clients continue their education during their care with us. Our certified teacher walks alongside our clients and families by communicating with the school system to establish individualized goals for assignment and coursework completion. We also understand that each school and education plan vary based on the objectives and standards of the school system, city, and state. Therefore, our student life and program at Selah House will work collaboratively with the client and family for overall academic success. Treatment is conducted in two comfortable and inviting home-like settings. Our adolescent campus oversees the White River and offers a serene pond with fountain and quiet wooded area. Our adult campus provides 65 acres of lush Indiana farmland, which also houses our equine assisted therapy program. Both locations provide patio areas for group gatherings and individual spaces for journaling, meditation, prayer, and self-reflection. Utilizing the EGALA model with our equine specialist and licensed clinician, clients and their loved ones are able to project and analyze their surroundings, make connections, and find long-term solutions with the help of our highly skilled family of horses. At Selah House, our goal is sustained recovery and ensuring a foundation of seamless continuity of care. We provide comprehensive aftercare planning and remain connected through appropriate continuing care coordination. Through aftercare planning, clients and families will have the resources and professional support for a lifetime. In addition, clients and families also generate lifelong friendships and learn from others in similar situations. These valuable resources help our clients and families regain confidence while returning home after care at Selah House. For the team at Selah House, it all started with a deep sense of calling. In 2006, the founders of Selah House were a group of ordinary men and women who shared a deep calling and understanding to help women struggling with eating disorders. Selah House was built on the foundation of a dedicated group of ordinary people who continue to be passionate about the care in which we provide for our clients and their loved ones. Countless clients and families have found that Selah House is truly a special place to walk into freedom. We invite you to share in this journey alongside us and discover our Selah difference.
And I think now we're going to start with our introductions and the meet and greet with our staff. Ashley, feel free to take it away.
Absolutely. Well, welcome everyone. First off, I would love to introduce you to Amos Taylor. He is our CEO of the Odyssey Eating Disorder Network. And Amos is responsible for the overall success, including administrative, operational, and clinical services. In addition, he is responsible for spearheading the development, communication, and implementation of effective and efficient treatment outcomes and strategies. He guides and encourages the team at Selah House to follow our core principles as an organization that delivers quality, compassionate care in an intentionally sustainable way. Selah House continues to fulfill its mission of serving the needs of those who are struggling with eating disorders, their families, and those committed to their care. Hi, Amos. Welcome. So good to see you.
Hey, Ashley, it's great to see everybody, and I appreciate everyone for joining us. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Well, Amos, this has been quite a year. What are some plans we have to respond to the increased need of residential care at Selah House?
Well, I appreciate you asking. You know, on behalf of about 110 employees across all of Selah House and around 250 across our eating disorder platform, COVID has been a big part of every conversation we've had. As we welcome patients from all 50 states, we're working with federal, state, and local regulatory bodies to offer best-in-class safety, testing, and the procedures necessary. We're thankful to have a team of infectious disease doctors, internal med doctors, psychiatrists, and addiction medicine physicians who meet regularly to review our best practices. But we, currently we have mandatory masking, significant participation by our team around vaccination. We manage daily symptoms of our team, our clients, our vendors, and even our prospective clients. We're measuring that on a daily basis as well. And we are in continual program and process improvement for safety and efficacy as we navigate the continually evolving landscape of COVID.
Well, Amos, I mean, under your leadership, like I said, it's been quite a year, but it's amazing to see everyone just pull together during this unprecedented time and have such great leadership on the team. So really appreciate your support on that. As we mentioned previously, Selah House is a Christ-centered, clinically excellent treatment center. So tell me a little bit about what Christ-centered treatment means at Selah House.
Maybe I can start with what it doesn't mean. Maybe that. It first of all doesn't mean it's an excuse not to be clinically excellent. In fact, we believe it gives us a higher commitment to be clinically excellent. It also doesn't mean that we create or add shame or expectations to our clients to have or possess a specific faith or level of faith. As far as what it doesn't mean is to our clients is that we hear them, we see them, and we meet them right where they're at. Additionally, we believe in them, perhaps even before they do, perhaps before their family does, perhaps even before their friends do. But lastly, and most importantly, is that we believe that freedom from eating disorders is completely possible. And that's our commitment.
Absolutely. So beautifully said, Amos. Thank you so much for joining us today. And everyone, Amos has been with us with Selah House for around, 14 years now, since about 2007. So such dedication and commitment throughout the facility. So we appreciate you being with us today. All right, next up, we have our Executive Director, Jessica Ward, who is a certified eating disorder registered dietitian supervisor. Jess graduated from Gannon University with a bachelor's degree in dietetics and Ball State University with a master's of science in wellness management. At Selah House, as I mentioned, she has been recently named our executive director, very well deserved in leading this team. She has extensive experience in treating teens and adults with eating disorders, and as I mentioned, is a certified eating disorder registered dietitian supervisor. Jess is a member of the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics and the International Association of Eating Disorder Professionals. Jess's passion for her profession and her clients is apparent when interacting with her, and she has been with Selah House for 15 years. Welcome, Jess. So great to have you.
Thank you, Ashley. It's great to be here.
Jess, tell us a little bit about some of our nutritional philosophies and overall nutritional programming at Selah House.
Sure. So as stated in the video, we definitely take an all foods fit approach to nutrition and use intuitive eating as the foundation of our nutritional model. So as we very much understand at the levels of care that we provide, clients aren't ready to fully eat intuitively, but we're beginning to build those foundations so that as they continue forward in their recovery and move into outpatient levels of care, that they're ready to continue on that journey and eventually become intuitive eaters. So we have a very therapeutic menu with all different types of food that are purposefully challenging to many clients and the things that they may have avoided in their eating disorders, with lots of practical application. And our team of dietitians really loves to do experiential work. So it's very common for our dietitians to have meals with clients, snacks with clients, specialized challenges based on individual need and preference. And each week we love offering a cooking group where the clients get to partake not only in just cooking the meal and then eating it, but also in the planning process as well. And one of my favorite things has been the many, many times that clients ask, can we make a recipe from home that my grandma used to make and I've avoided in my eating disorder or something similar? And those moments always warm my heart. And I love it when they can bring in those family recipes and we get to make them and share them at Selah House and see them be able to engage in those kinds of family traditions again.
How amazing, Jess. I think such a great part of our program is that hands-on culinary experience and also having our chef on site as well. That has been really great to see. And as you mentioned, being able to normalize eating and bring those things back home. So thank you so much for your leadership. And again, congratulations on Executive Director. We appreciate your leadership in and outside the kitchen as well. You hold so many different hats. So thank you for joining us.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Next, it is my honor to welcome Dr. Tom Scales, our network attending physician and psychiatrist. As the attending psychiatrist, Dr. Scales provides psychiatric and medical care to our clients. He is a diplomat in the American Board of Internal Medicine, American Board of Psychiatry and Neurology, and Addiction Medicine through the American Board of Preventative Medicine. Dr. Scales completed his undergraduate training at Wheaton College in Wheaton, Illinois, followed by medical school at the University of Tennessee, Memphis. He completed his residency training in a combined internal medicine psychiatry program at Rush Presbyterian St. Luke's Medical Center in Chicago, Illinois. Dr. Scales is very passionate about helping those with eating disorders. Welcome, Dr. Scales. So great to have you today.
Yeah, it's great to be here. Thanks so much for having the opportunity to talk to everybody today.
Absolutely. Well, Dr. Scales, tell us a little bit about your role at Selah House and how we manage our medical and psychiatric standard of excellence.
Sure. So as you know, a lot of times eating disorders don't occur in isolation. So I conduct a very thorough and comprehensive psychiatric evaluations on patients to look at co-occurring conditions that can oftentimes be present with eating disorders. And so oftentimes there's other anxiety disorders, mood disorders, depression, bipolar, PTSD, social anxiety, all kinds of different psychiatric comorbidities that go along with eating disorders. And it's extremely important to treat all of them in order to have a greater chance to get freedom and recovery from the eating disorder. So I do diagnose all the common comorbidities that occur with eating disorders, and there's actually a lot more than just one type of eating disorder. There's other types of eating disorders like avoidant food restrictive intake disorder and binge eating disorder. And so it's important to really accurately diagnose the condition that we're looking at in all the co-occurring conditions. And I provide medication management for all the patients on a weekly basis. I meet with all the patients at the teen house and at the adult house, and provide ongoing psychiatric evaluation, monitoring for safety issues that come up, and do medication management. So it is great to see people get freedom from the eating disorders, and medications do have one particular role in that, but it's also great to work in conjunction with all the other modalities of treatment at Selah House, and it's great to work in a team environment, and so I enjoy communicating with other staff members when there's issues that come up, and so it's great to be part of a team and work collaboratively.
Well, we are so thankful to have you on the team, Dr. Scales. Your experience, your passion, and what I'm hearing you saying is we take a very comprehensive and intentional approach to the medical and psychiatric care, which is definitely needed for eating disorders. So greatly appreciate your leadership. Thank you so much for joining us today. And really just looking forward to, continuing to, you do such a great job of teaching others about eating disorders, especially in the medical field. So thank you.
Sure. Well, thank you so much. It's great. It's a blessing to be part of the family. So
thank you. Well, next up, we have Marianne Atkinson. She is our family nurse practitioner and medical team director. Marianne is a board certified nurse practitioner with over 10 years of experience in complex disease management, geriatrics, and hospice and palliative care. As the medical team director, she provides a holistic approach to patients with eating disorders to address medical and psychiatric issues. She completed her graduate studies at Indiana Wesleyan University and receives a master's degree in advanced practice nursing. Marianne is a member of the American Association of Nurse Practitioners and Gerontological Advanced Practice Nurses Association. Welcome, Marianne. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Well, thank you. I appreciate the introduction.
Absolutely. So Marianne, tell us a little bit about how our medical team daily monitors our clients medically at Selah House.
Yeah, thank you. When our clients are admitted to Selah, they are started on vital sign checks 3 times daily and daily weights. As they progress in our program, we can provide less frequent monitoring based on their need and stability. We also do monitor labs routinely based on our client's acuity. We monitor medications and their effectiveness, and our providers are able to adjust them on a daily basis. When there is a concern or change in condition, our nursing staff is able to relay that information to the appropriate team members, whether it be myself or Dr. Scales, our psychiatric provider. Our staff remains committed to creating a space of healing for our clients and our families. And our goal is to meet them wherever they are in their journey and hopefully achieve freedom from their eating disorder.
Amazing. Well, Marianne, thank you so much for your leadership with the medical team. I know as just talking with Dr. Scales as well, there's very, very intentional approach to the medical care provided at Selah House, since we do know just how difficult these disorders can be and just how medically compromised a lot of our clients are coming in. So appreciate your leadership, and you have a wonderful nursing team, and definitely again appreciate you for joining us today.
Thank you.
Well, next up, we have Darlene Graham. Darlene is our lead therapist at Selah House. And Darlene received her Master's of Arts degree in Psychotherapy and Faith from Christian Theological Seminary. As a family, primary, and group therapist at Selah House, Darlene helps clients uncover, discover, and create a new identity and mindset apart from their eating disorder. She also supports clients in learning how to interact in family relationships more effectively and how to coach family and friends as they help their loved one recover. Darlene incorporates CBT, motivational interviewing, strengths-based, solution-focused, and family systems modalities in individual and family sessions. Darlene challenges our clients in thought-provoking groups to become increasingly intentional about loving themselves, about changing how they respond to overwhelming thoughts and emotions. Welcome, Darlene. So great to see you.
Thank you. I'm so happy to be here.
Darlene, tell us a little bit about the therapeutic modalities that we're using at Selah House to treat clients with eating disorders.
Absolutely. So at Selah House, we use a variety of evidence-based treatment modalities. And the reason for that is we want to focus on an individualized treatment for each of our clients. We want to meet their needs. We want to meet them where they are. So first of all, we certainly do cognitive behavioral therapy because, as you know, eating disorders are also known as thought disorders. And so we want to challenge our clients to think about what they're thinking about and to shift those thoughts to more supportive ways of thinking. We use elements of DBT, in terms of strengthening those skills for distress tolerance, for emotional regulation. We also use acceptance and commitment therapy for our clients. We also specialize in EMDR for trauma work with our clients. And lastly, we incorporate motivational interviewing in order to provoke our clients to challenge themselves for change, to identify where they want to change.
Mm-hmm. Well, and what I'm hearing you saying, Darlene, is we take a very individualized, multidisciplinary, almost didactic approach with our clients based upon their level of need. And so I really think that's something that resonates true through our facility each day. My next question for you is, given the higher acuity and I would say the increase in adolescent care, tell us how we incorporate families into client care at Selah House.
Absolutely. Because we believe that even though a client is in our facility receiving treatment, the eating disorder also affects the family. So from day one, the family is involved. Our family therapists meet on site with the families to provide family therapy orientation. And during that time, we emphasize with the families that the work will consist of eating disorder education in general, eating disorder education as it relates to their loved one, because we can line up 100 people with eating disorders, and there's a nuance that's different for each person. We want the client to understand that, but we also want the family to understand that. And thirdly, we let them know that we're going to provide coaching for them so that they can know how to support their loved one without shutting them down. As most of us know, eating disorders are not logical. And so they're very difficult to understand. And so we want to provide our families with the understanding of how to share concerns and approach clients with the least likelihood of shutting them down. And families find that very helpful because they don't want to walk around on eggshells. They don't want to be the food police. And I believe our program helps them steer clear of those elements.
Yeah, absolutely, Darlene. So again, that individualized care, meeting clients exactly where they are and helping to guide families in understanding their role, I think is so critical to the treatment in which we provide and why we have found such lifelong recovery for a lot of our clients. So thank you so much, Darlene, for joining us today. And thank you for your leadership with the clinical team. We really appreciate you being here today.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next up, we have Chris Seil. Chris is our chaplain at Selah House. And a little background on Chris, her passion is seeing people restored and redeemed through a vibrant and personal relationship with Christ. It is her joy to walk alongside those who come for freedom and to proclaim the good news of the gospel. She states, "In my own experience, I realized I could not free myself from the addictions that bound me. I was imprisoned by my alcoholism and other unhealthy ways of coping, which did not bring relief from the ghosts of a childhood that crippled me emotionally. Then Christ found me, and that has made all the difference. Any of us who have stories of redemption are eyewitnesses to the power of God to heal. Life with Christ is not about rules and regulations. It's about the relationship with the lover of our souls, who just happens to be the creator of the universe. How lovely." Chris earned her associates in applied science in 1983 from Ivy Tech Community College and has worked in the mental health and social services field for the past 25 years. Most recently, she was ordained as a senior chaplain in the International Fellowship of Chaplains. Chris, welcome. It's always so great to see you. Oh, we'll just take you off mute here for a second. There we go. That is great. Good to see you. Thank you so much for joining us.
It's good to be here. And by the way, I started out as a child doing all those things.
Chris, we are so grateful you've been with us on this long journey. Tell us a little bit about your role and how we incorporate faith as a tool in recovery at Selah House.
Sure. When I meet with ladies, children or women, I always validate their terror at being here because they're in a place that they probably don't even know geographically. They don't know who we are. I just tell them that we're trustworthy and they're safe and they're very much wanted and welcomed here at Selah. The first time it's kind of like 20 questions. And so I find out some of the backstory. And in that process, also kind of find out where they are spiritually. What do you think about God? Do you think there's a God? Those kinds of things, just kind of open-ended questions so that they feel free to tell where they really are. I also explain, as Amos did, that we're spiritual creatures on a human journey, and that we're also made up of 3 concentric circles: physicality, intellectual and emotional beings, and spirit, soul, and eternal beings. And so that's why we have a chaplain. And so, yeah, I simply introduce them to the notion that they've forgotten who they are because of their eating disorder, and they've forgotten whose they are. And so in groups, we have a chapel and we have a group called Selah group. They're practically interchangeable because fundamentally the message is, you are a holy creature, you're eternal, and we want to get you reconnected there to your true self and to the one who made you. I also let everybody know I understand God in the person of Christ. Many people have different views. Some understand God in the person of Christ, and others have different views. And yet, we always let them know that they're welcome, and just walk alongside with them for a while and help them try to figure things out.
That's amazing, Chris. I know I've heard so many wonderful stories from clients and families and even providers who have really said, you know, Chris and the team were able to take me exactly as I am, accept me for exactly as I am, and really show me that there's a bigger calling. And so it's just wonderful that you're able to meet clients exactly where they are, get down in the trenches with them, and really show them that spiritual side, whether it be something beyond them or a higher power. So thank you so much for your dedication. Chris, how long have you been with us at Selah House?
12 years. I've been here 12 years. My first 4 years, I worked as a recovery care specialist, and then had the opportunity and was asked to consider chaplaincy. And I went, oh, well, yeah, it's only why God made me. And it's true. It really is true. I'm doing what I've been made to do, and there's a great joy in that.
That's amazing. Well, we are so thankful to have you on our team. Thank you so much for the lives that you have touched all these 12 years and beyond.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next up, we have Marcy Schott. Marcy is our equine specialist at Selah House. And Marcy has been with the Selah House team since we opened our doors in 2006 and moved into the barn in 2014. Marcy feels working in the barn is where God has placed her to have the opportunity to work with both people and animals, as you can see in her background. It is Marcy's calling to help others see the power they have in themselves that they haven't felt for a long time. Marcy, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
And you, as I mentioned, have been with us since day one. How amazing. It's truly amazing. Marcy, how is equine therapy used to progress our clients towards recovery?
Yeah, so what we do here is it's all groundwork. We use a lot of metaphors, and the model that we use is very experiential. So the clients actually get to really experience what's happening, and the horses meet them where they're at. So it really helps them relate to life as they are trying to do activities with the horse, and they start to feel the emotions that they feel when they're in their life. One thing that we have down here at the barn is there's no wrong answers. It's their session. So whatever answer they have is correct, because it's what they're dealing with, not with what we are dealing with. So the horses are really good at meeting the clients where they're at and letting the clients cry if they need to cry, or just sit quietly if they need to sit quietly, or really go into those really deep places that they need to go. We do groups here, and we have individuals here, and we also do family sessions here with our horses, and all of them are unbelievably effective.
Marcy, real quick, do you mind just walking us through what the equine therapy session looks like at Selah House? Just real quick for everyone to get kind of a little bit of a visual.
Of course. So what we do is I set up an activity for the horse and the client to do together. And then we have it all set up. The client goes and works with the horse to accomplish the task. As I said earlier, we use tons of metaphors. So what we do is we reflect back to the client what the horse is doing and ask them, how does that relate to their life? A lot of times it brings up stuff that they haven't spoken about or have just spoken about very, very briefly, but it really allows them to look at what it is, and then the therapist can kind of go and build on that and then it really helps them get to those places that they need to go.
That's amazing. Well, and Marcy, there's so much magic that happens in the barn that we
That's
hear about
definitely.
every day. And I did mention Marcy's background. Those are our horses. That is our backyard at our adult home. So those horses are ours. That is on site. Marcy's on site currently, and been able to experience an equine session myself and just being able to watch clients and families. It's amazing. It's truly amazing work happening in our barn. So Marcy, we appreciate your commitment since 2006. It's amazing.
Thank you. I'm blessed to be here.
Thank you. Next up, we have Lisa Rice. Lisa is our milieu director at Selah House. And as the milieu director at Selah House, Lisa is in charge of managing our amazing recovery care specialist team, our direct care team, which includes hiring, training, and scheduling. She works closely with the floor supervisor to ensure smooth daily operations, quality assurance, and she has been known to encourage clients to join her for some karaoke and has planned a few spirit weeks for our clients as well. Hi, Lisa. So good to see you.
Hi, Ashley. Thank you for having me.
Of course, Lisa. So the recovery care specialists are with our clients every day, 24/7. What do you love? And what do the recovery care specialists love about working at Selah House? And second question, how do you empower your staff to care for our clients daily?
Well, the recovery care specialist position is really unlike anything else. We are with our clients all the time, and we get to see giant transformations. I also believe that we probably get to know our clients better than any other role. We are with them in the morning when they're getting ready. We're with them as they have hard phone calls and get amazing news. We are with them as they rediscover passions. And we're with them as they're becoming their authentic selves and getting to see that whole process. They know us very well. One thing that most people love about being in the recovery care specialist position is that we get to be ourselves. We get to interact with our clients and make those connections as us. Because it is so important for the clients to have people they connect with and have all kinds of different representatives of a successful human. So it's a lot of fun. There's a lot of feedback. We really work together as a team. There's very strong communication. And at the end of the day, we're all working toward the same goal of being with our clients as they walk towards freedom. So it's an amazing role to be in. And I have to say, my favorite thing ever is when a husband says, "Thank you for helping give me my wife back," or, oh gosh, one that we've had kids that, "Thank you for giving me mommy back," or our daughter. And it's a blessing to be a part of that.
That is amazing. Well, and those stories just tell you the true dedication that our staff has and the difficult work that it can be. But one of the things that I think is so great about this team, especially the RCS team, is their dedication and their commitment to walking alongside our clients and families to get down in the trenches with them and really help them to know recovery is possible. So your leadership has been so key, and I know the team really appreciates your support. And thank you so much for being a part of this amazing family.
Thank you.
And last but not least, we have our National Director of Eating Disorder Admissions, Alicia Aldirai. And as the National Director of Eating Disorder Admissions, Alicia works with Eating Disorder Clinical Partnership Team to provide a responsive and streamlined approach for admission into care. Her professional experiences include working with both adolescents and adults with co-occurring disorders. Alicia's work with eating disorders began in 2013. She is a graduate of Benedictine University's Master of Science of Clinical Psychology program. She also received her bachelor's degree in music therapy from East Carolina University. Alicia's therapeutic and professional approach derives from her therapeutic work, spiritual beliefs, and 12-step principles. Alicia strongly values providing the highest level of integrity, compassion, and ethics when helping clients and families affected by eating disorders and addiction. She believes living a life of recovery is worth the fight and holds hope that recovery is achievable for anyone willing. Alicia finds peace in being of service to others, and her goal is to ensure a smooth transition admission process for each client and their loved ones. Hi, Alicia. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Well, Alicia, you have a very highly dedicated team that is helping guide clients and families, especially during this unprecedented time. Everyone is probably thinking, how do they refer to us? And what does the admission process look like for our clients and families?
Sure. So I think similar to probably most residential programs, the admissions process is pretty straightforward. We just gather the demographic, insurance information, we verify benefits, we talk about finances. And then the next major part is we complete a screening with the individual over the phone. And we have our team of directors review the screening to ensure that Selah House is the appropriate fit, can meet the needs of that individual. And if we don't have any wait lists, we bring them in as soon as possible. I think what may set us apart, though, from maybe other admissions departments or things that you had mentioned, I'm very intentional around us providing the extra support, the stuff in between, extending the safety that Selah House offers from the get-go, and ensuring that these individuals, providers, clients, family members feel supported, and that their needs are thought of before they even have them. So I think we are really intentional around providing that type of service too. And so individuals can reach out to us, they can call. We have an email that goes to my entire team. Everyone on my team is quite capable and expected to be able to provide that extra support to any providers as well. And then we can also receive referrals via fax. So you can reach to us any way, really.
Awesome. Well, and I think what's one of the great things about our admissions team and Alicia's leadership is they have that concierge one-to-one service that's unprecedented. You can't find that at a lot of places, and they truly love and care for the clients. So Alicia, we appreciate your leadership, and thank you so much for sharing such an amazing team with us.
Yes. Thanks.
Great. All right, so I know there are a few questions that came through the chat, so continue to use the chat feature, raise your hand to ask a question, and we'll have a couple of our team members, Suzanne Arnett and Caitlin Grant, go through those questions.
Thank you, Ashley. Yeah, we had a couple come in through the chat. The first one is from Stephanie, and she asked about Selah providing trans affirming care. Maybe Jess could speak a little bit about that.
Sure. And the short answer to that is yes, we can provide trans affirming care. We've had a number of trans clients. We do look or ask for a biological female because of our rooming situation for bedrooms. But the admissions team is really great at gathering information and setting a client up successfully to transition into care. And staff and clients have been extremely welcoming and affirming and really great with those clients in my experience. It's been a beautiful, wonderful thing. We had a client recently with a really great experience, and it was fantastic to hear what he had to say about his experience.
Awesome. Thank you, Jess. We had another question come through in the chat from Jackie. And Alicia, maybe you and Ashley can tackle this one together, but what insurances do we accept? And I also know that we can talk about single case agreements, so I'll tee you up for that.
Sure, I have my running list here. I'm gonna cheat everyone. So we are in network with Blue Cross Blue Shield. We are in network with CareSource. We are in network with Humana and IU Health and Multiplan. And then I think more specific to Indiana, we are also in network with Physicians Health Plan of Northern Indiana. We are able to do typically single case agreements with United Healthcare, Beacon, UMR. And if we're not sure, we are happy to look into it. We will always get a concrete answer rather than an assumption. So we're happy to see.
Thanks, Alicia. And Stephanie had mentioned about CareSource Medicaid. We don't typically work with Medicaid. Is that correct?
Correct. We do not have contracts with any Medicare, Medicaid, government, state-funded type plans, and we are not able to do single case agreements with any of those plan types. TRICARE, we are currently not able to work with TRICARE as well, but we do have a sister facility that does have a contract specific to TRICARE West. So the other great thing with admissions is if we do have someone who calls in and maybe insurance isn't a great fit, or even whatever it may be, they may have secondary substance abuse that is maybe creeping in as primary or something. We are always thinking in admissions of our sister facilities, and are any of those facilities a great fit? And so we will offer that as well as a backup.
Awesome. Yeah, we are always here to help troubleshoot and point folks in the right direction. That's a part of our ethical code. We want to help people get to the right type of care at the right access point. So we are here to help in any way that we can. And then Suzanne had mentioned our admissions number and email, and Kayla dropped it. It's 765-641-0022. So it's there in the chat if anyone wants to put that in their phone or write it down. And then you can always email us as well. I don't think I see any other questions here in the chat, but never mind. Jackie dropped one. How does family visitation work specifically with COVID, and how does that differ from quote unquote normal times?
Hi, this is Darlene. I can answer that question. And so, of course, when COVID was very intense, we did stop all visitation, all passes, but we are happy to announce that about a month ago, we did open up visitation for our families. And so the process consists of the family therapist calling to pre-screen the family with a series of questions before coming in. On the day of visitation, they are screened again. Their temperature is taken. They're asked to use hand sanitizer. Right now, each client can have up to 2 visitors at a time. And there are 3 slots for 2 different time periods. So we're trying to, of course, limit exposure. We're trying to be able to social distance. And we have been very happy with how that's been going. We also have opened up our campus to having families come on site for family therapy, as well as family day, which is an all-day intensive opportunity for family therapy. Now, the way that differs is we didn't put limits on who could come in terms of if most clients wanted someone to visit, they could have that. We did limit to about 4 people per client. They were able to visit Saturday and Sunday. Right now, we do limit clients to choosing one of the days of the weekend. Before COVID, we had passes and those types of things, but we're slowly starting to open our program back up to family and loved ones.
Which is great. That's such a crucial component of recovery, and we're happy to be moving in that direction. And then we did get one last question. We were wondering about the Selah House outpatient program in Cincinnati. So maybe Amos, would you like to touch on that for us?
Sure, appreciate the question, and we are excited to be able to extend our offerings. It is truly just to move closer to our referral community, and that's exactly how this was born. Was out of a referral communities asking us to be in some additional locations, and so we're going to have IOPs and PHPs available in those areas. We're looking to take care of patient referrals. Currently, for patients in Ohio, we are actually offering virtual IOP that's available to take care of patients. But as we move into those other areas, expect those that you see on the screen will be reaching out to you and letting you know exactly when the go live date is for Nashville, the go live date for Cincinnati and the go live date for Louisville. But we're glad to be able to do that. In addition to that program is that we will be opening our services up to at those outpatient locations to both male and female. And so those will be opportunities for us. And as Alicia was even alluding to that, our sister centers, we do have centers in 4 other states that we're able to sit back, and if there's a male or boy that we can help with, we'd sure be glad to be able to help them as well. So yeah, that's what's happening on outpatient right now, and we can't wait. We're really excited about it.
Thank you, Amos. It is very exciting. Oh, and it looks like Kayla has put up, if you have any other lingering questions, I know we are out of time here, but this is your outreach team, so you can feel free to give us a shout. Those are our emails and our phone numbers. And I believe we had maybe one more closing remark. Is that right?
Yes, I wanted to thank everybody for coming. We are such a timely bunch. I know people are probably off to do great things at this next hour. Thank you. We can't thank you enough for taking time out of your day to share with us and to see the faces and hear the voices of our Selah House staff. Don't hesitate to reach out with additional questions or to connect about our mutual work. We'd love to hear more about what you do as well if we haven't connected yet. And we look forward to seeing you again soon. So thanks for coming.